Is the Galaxy S23 about to feel brand new again? That's what many users are hoping as Samsung quietly begins internal testing of its latest software update 1 UI 8.0 for the Galaxy S23 series. While all eyes are currently on the Galaxy S25 and the upcoming foldables like the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7, Samsung hasn't forgotten last year's flagship. The very first one, UI 8.0 firmware build for the Galaxy S23 Ultra, was spotted on Samsung's own servers, and it's based on Android 16. The version number is S918BXXSADYF1, and it's meant for the global variant of the device, especially those in the European region. This means Samsung is already moving forward with bringing One UI 8.0 to more phones beyond its latest ones. To put things into context, Samsung has already released beta versions of One UI 8.0 for the Galaxy S25 series and has been working on the software for the Galaxy S24 lineup as well. Now, with testing expanding to the Galaxy S23, we're seeing Samsung speeding things up. The stable version of One UI 8.0 is expected to launch with the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 in July 2025. After that, the Galaxy S25 series will get the update, followed closely by the Galaxy S24, and then the Galaxy S23 in the third quarter of this year, so possibly around August or September. So what's new in One UI 8.0? While it doesn't completely change the way the phone looks, it does add a bunch of thoughtful updates. You'll notice small but meaningful design tweaks, like a better quick-share layout and a cleaner Samsung Internet interface. One UI 8.0 also improves multitasking, giving users an enhanced split-screen view that can now use a 90:10 layout, which is perfect if you want to keep one app large and another smaller in the corner. Samsung DeX has more control options, and the modes and routine section now gives users more ways to automate their phones based on their lifestyle or work habits. The calendar and reminders apps also get a small refresh, making them easier to use with added features. For those who rely on their phones for privacy, the secure folder is now stronger, thanks to updates from Google's Android 16 code. On top of that, the AI Select feature gets smarter, allowing users to highlight text, photos, or other content with more accuracy and smarter actions suggested right away. Even though the Galaxy S23 won't be the first to get One UI 8.0 this early, testing means users don't have to wait too long to enjoy these improvements. Is being the thinnest foldable phone in the world really that important, or would you rather have better battery life and real improvements? That's the question people are starting to ask about Samsung's upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. A few weeks ago, there were whispers that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 could be thinner than anything we've ever seen before. Some rumors even said it might beat the current record holder, the Oppo Find N5. But now, with new leaked CAD files that are believed to be accurate, we finally have a clear picture, and it turns out Samsung is not going after the thinnest ever crown this time. Let's start with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. According to the leaked files, the Fold 7 measures 4.5 millimeters in thickness when unfolded. When folded, it becomes 9 millimeters thick. To give you some perspective, the Oppo Find N5 is 8.9 millimeters thick when folded, making it just slightly thinner than Samsung's latest. That means the Fold 7 misses the title by only 0.1 millimeter, which honestly won't be noticeable to most users. The phone's full unfolded dimensions are 158.43 by 143.14 by 4.5 millimeters. It also features a triple camera setup on the back, with each lens having its own metal ring placed on a vertical island. So from the design point of view, it still keeps that high-end look Samsung foldables are known for. Now let's talk about the Galaxy Z Flip 7. If you were hoping for a slimmer, sleeker design this year, you might be disappointed. The Flip 7 is 6.94 millimeters thick when opened, which is exactly the same as the Galaxy Z Flip 6. The overall Size, based on the files, is 166.61 by 75.3 by 6.8 for millimeters. When you include the camera bump, the thickest point goes up to 9.17 millimeters. So there's no change in the flip's thickness this time around, but Samsung has made a more meaningful upgrade elsewhere. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 is expected to come with a 4,300 mAh battery, which is 300 mAh more than the 4,000 mAh battery in the Galaxy Z Flip 6. That may not sound like a huge jump, but in foldable phones where space is always tight, this is a solid improvement. Instead of focusing on making the phone thinner, Samsung chose to give users longer battery life, and that's something most people will feel every single day. Whether you're watching videos, taking photos, or just browsing the web, that extra battery capacity can make a real difference. It shows that Samsung is trying to balance form and function instead of just chasing record-breaking designs. Have you ever seen a brand launch a new phone that looks almost exactly like the last one and still manage to surprise everyone? That's exactly what Samsung is doing with the Galaxy M36, which is now officially confirmed to launch in India. On June 27th, the phone is a follow-up to the Galaxy M35, and while it doesn't bring big changes to performance or camera, there's one little design choice that has got people talking. Before we get to that, let's look at what Samsung is actually offering this time. First, Samsung says the Galaxy M36 will come in 3 colors: velvet black, serene green, and orange haze. Visually, the phone is thinner now, with a thickness of just 7.7 millimeters, which makes it about 15% slimmer than the Galaxy M35. That's a nice change for people who didn't like how bulky the last model felt. But inside, things are staying pretty much the same. The Galaxy M36 will have the same Exynos 1380 processor that was used in the M35. So, if you were expecting a major speed boost or new features, you might be a little disappointed. When it comes to cameras, Samsung is sticking with what worked before. The phone still features a triple camera setup with a 50 megapixels main sensor, an 8 megapixels ultra-wide lens, and a 2 megapixels macro camera. And on the front, there's the same 13 megapixels selfie camera as the M35. No changes there either. But one of the biggest questions people have is about the battery. The Galaxy M35 came with a massive 6,000 mAh battery, and many fans are hoping that Samsung will at least match that, if not go even bigger. So far, Samsung hasn't confirmed the battery size for the M36, which leaves us waiting to see if they've managed to fit that large of a battery into the slimmer frame. Now, here's the part that's causing a bit of debate: the display. Samsung has changed the front camera cutout from the Infinity O style, which is basically a hole punch, to an Infinity U shape, which looks like a small U at the top center. Some people think this makes the phone look outdated, while others don't really care because the screen quality is still the same. The panel is protected with Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, so you're still getting strong protection, even if the look has changed a bit. As for the price, Samsung hasn't given us exact numbers yet, but if they follow the same path as last year's model, the M36 will likely start at around 20,000 Indian rupees, which is roughly 230 United States dollars or 200 euros. The top model may go up to 24,500 Indian rupees or around 280 United States dollars. It will be available for purchase through Amazon India and Samsung's official website.